Well, I do believe this will be my first ever 24 ounce Tuesday. I have a proper 24 ouncer here. Modelo in the house in Norway. Quick story about this. First, shout out to Victor Brews. 24 ounce Tuesday, Mr. Man. The story behind this is I was in Seattle at the end of February, and you know, I just had to find a 24 ouncer, bring it back to Norway so that I could finally do a 24 ounce Tuesday. So let's go ahead and do it properly. Let's get this cracked open and get the show started. Cheers, Victor Brews. Okay. Thank you, Mexican lager. There we go. Show's on the road. While I was there in Seattle, I had an opportunity to meet up with a bunch of my Navy buddies. Went out, had some drinks and some dinner. And on the way home, good old shipmate buddy of mine called Todd Oshie, who is also another fellow beer enthusiast. He was so kind to give me a couple beers while I was there. You can probably see him back here. One of them, of course, was the Russian River Consecration. Wow. Never ever expected to be able to get my hands on one of these unless I went to the brewery myself, which San Francisco's on the horizon, you know, within 2 or 3 years. And then he also gave me something from the Fremont Brewery, the Abominable, which is a winter ale, similar to like a stout. He says it's pretty stouty, but it's listed as a winter ale. So really looking forward to get into those. But hey, this is a 24 ounce Tuesday. Cheers. Shout out to Sjporr. Just sitting down, having a beer with you and shooting the shit. I mean, that's what 24 ounce Tuesday is all about, I think. So let me just roll with it. I did talk quite a bit about the beers I've been brewing on the upcoming Homebrew Wednesday. Also got a Schwartz beer in the Keyser. It's been there for 2 weeks. Actually, it's in the kegerator, in the fermenter. Typical type beer, you know. Sharing that with a friend here that lives locally. It's the usual sort of regime, you know, you pay for the ingredients, you come here, have the brew experience with me, and then, you know, you'll walk away with 20 liters of beer. So that's pretty cool. Looking forward to that. Checking that out. Beyond that, man, not a whole lot going on. Just a lot of work, and you know, I'm still working out, doing training, and Facebook, social media, all that stuff. Where do you begin on that? Just overloaded. I don't really like to do the whole chat thing. I like to communicate through the comments on YouTube, Facebook, notifications. Sure, you can shut them off. But I just find that a little bit overwhelming sometimes and just like to stay away from it. Friends requests. You know, everybody that I communicate with here on YouTube and stuff like that, I got no problem with adding you as a friend, and then you can sort of see what my life is like on a personal side. But if you've never talked to me and never communicated with me on Facebook and you're sending in friend requests, you know, I don't know. Those kind of people, I don't know who you are. You've never even left a comment, at least as far as I know. When you send me a friend request, also send a message saying, hey, you know, this is me. This is my YouTube channel. Otherwise, I'm kind of a little bit sketchy about that. Especially people that live in Norway. Not that I have anything against fellow Norwegians who live around. But, you know, it's just so easy to find out where people live and just go check it out. I don't know. It's kind of sketchy. Social media. Now, some people worry about, You know, if you go on vacation, everybody knows you're going on vacation on Facebook, strangers, who knows who. And then, hey, they know you're not home, so I might as well just go to his house, and he's got a nice brewery system I want. Just come pick it up. And then whatever else is in the house. Cheers. Shout out to Beer Made Easy. Big Rob. Shout out to Big Rob. Man, you guys are hilarious. Crack me up all the time. If you guys haven't checked out Beer Made Easy, go ahead and check out that channel. Old Big Rob, he's hilarious. A fellow Canucker. Good stuff up there. Good stuff. Cheers. My brother, he's never had a Facebook account, never on the social media stuff. He's like an old man. He's definitely beyond the point, you know, get off my lawn sort of guy. And I have to admire him for that a little bit. And it's like, just try and ask him, hey man, you got Skype so we can video conference sometimes? Because I haven't been home for 6 years. We're going to go home this summer. Gonna go tour some of those Vermont breweries, so really looking forward to that. But he's like, no, you know, we video conference at work, but you know, we've got sort of a Cisco system, so that really sort of sucks. There's other websites that we could use in order to video conference on that he doesn't need a login for, and so kind of trying to work that out with him. But somebody who's not on social media, not on Facebook, I mean, I think at some point, I don't know, maybe just close it all down, shut the shop down, and just get out of there. Because all the freaking crap people posting, political opinions and just garbage for sale and whatever else, just, I don't know. You know, I don't want to offend anybody, so I'm not going to unfriend anybody. I don't like all the politics in my stream or stuff. I just like personal messages, knowing what people are doing. You know, the pictures and stuff like that that are basically metaphors for how people are feeling or what they're thinking about at the moment. Okay, those are fine to a point. But pushing other people's agenda, other people that you have absolutely no control over whatsoever, and things that you can't control, and then you want to post an opinion about that, you know, to each his own, really. I just prefer to keep those sort of things to myself. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what else is going on in the Northern Rock Brewery. Kvike is becoming more and more popular. You know, I've got 5 different strains of yeast. 3 of them are really unique. So if anybody wants some of those, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to share them out. All I do is, if it is far away, just pay for shipping, contact me, and we'll hook it up on PayPal. You can have it. Brews, could have brewed yesterday, but I chose not to. Just wanted to just chill out. You know, I brewed a couple weeks ago. I don't need to brew all that often. Water stuff's really cool. Really like all the feedback on the water videos. Already starting to work on the 3rd one. Talking more about how all of the programs are sort of, how they work. And then show how to use them. Want to go a little bit above and beyond, of course, kind of like the other videos, and show you sort of some of the models that all the spreadsheets are based off, and give you some, you know, a little bit, scratch the surface and just go a little bit underneath, but then come down to the usability aspect of it. So hopefully that will be well received. But yeah, water's cool, man. Water's cool. Shout out to Under the Table Brewing. How you doing, sir? Cheers. Really easy drinker, right? It's actually not bad. it's not like, well, I don't know, I don't drink Budweiser or Miller, but if I go back and I think about way back in the day when I was a sailor, you know, MGD and all that stuff, that was like water. It's got a little bit of maltiness to it, so it's not too bad. Alright. Huh. Shout out to the Dean's List. A lot of good videos out there these days. A lot of new people coming out and doing some things. 8-Bit Chicken. Cool stuff going on there. A lot of people getting into prepping. I guess I can understand that. Had a good weekend this weekend. Friday night, had my old neighbor over, Arlen. We were tasting some beers. Not sure, I gotta check out the video footage for that, see what I'm gonna be able to post. But I know we had a couple more beers, a porter from the same guy, Daniel, that I tasted his Belgian ale with ginger and orange. We did, he sent me 2 porters and we did a side-by-side on that. First one was, the first one that he ever did, I think, was not so great. And we talked about that. And then the second one was much better. Not sure if I'm going to post that video. I did for Daniel, so Daniel saw it already. But we tasted some beers after that I've been sitting on for a while. Some from Flash Heart Craft Beer, old ex-colleague of mine. Yeah. Beyond that, we had a couple Cantillons. This is a good, nice one. This was sort of de facto, of course. They're Creek. But of course, we started off the night with something nice and palatable with a Bretta. Sort of just to whammy it up a little bit. That was really nice. I got a bunch more I need to get through. Gonna have a dinner over here next weekend. So hopefully we'll be able to crack open a couple more of those Cantillons that I have. And share them. You know, beer's about sharing. It's about sharing your beer. That's the way it goes. Ain't that right, B-Raw? Ain't that right? Cheers. Shout out to Harry Brew 69. Cheers, brah. Harry's doing really well these days. Haven't talked to him much, but the videos he's putting out and images on Facebook, seems like he's doing busy. Congratulations on winning yet another gold, you son of a bitch. No, man, truly from the heart, congratulations on that. Wow. The mosaic in that one really works. Really works. That's cool. Yeah. Shout out to NewToHomebrew Tom. Cheers, brah. Tom's been venturing into water, getting more and more into it, so that's really cool. A lot of people getting into water. Really like to see people talking about their water nowadays more and more and more. You know, even John Palmer says these days that, you know, I saw some interviews with him on the Brad Smith podcast and listening to him on a Brewing Network, Brew Strong from time to time. And he goes back and he's talking about, you know, in his book when he says, you know, it's probably not the first thing you need to worry about. It's probably one of the last things you need to worry about. But nowadays he's being a little bit more honest and open about it and saying, yeah, water's probably the first highest priority thing you should probably be thinking about whenever you're brewing beer. And yeah, kind of nice to be able to hear him say those things these days. So that's cool. Shout out to John Palmer. All the guys in the UK getting their stuff going on. IWannaBrew Chris. Really cool to see him get started earlier on with his the pumps, with the cask pumps. That was really cool. Nice to see him coming along. He's brewing like a maniac. Dusty. He's doing lots of brewing these days. Shout out to Dusty and Chris. Shout out to the other Chris Froggatt. Cheers. When I met Chris Froggatt, they're brewing at Idle Valley Brewing. That was so cool. Such a nice, cool, calm, down-to-earth guy. Really nice getting to know him. And of course, the other Chris on YouTube. You think I was going to mention you, didn't I? Homebrew Chris. Cheers. Shout out to Homebrew Chris. There we go. Getting started. Getting towards the end, so it's 24-ounce Tuesday. It's a pretty kind of cool concept. Victor Brews, man, come on back. Do some more. Let us know how it's going. Don't know where you are. Did you start another channel? 'Cause I don't know. I don't know if I maybe had a dream about that or heard whispers that you're on another channel. Floor Sweepers Union, shout out to the folks down under. Shadow Beast Brewery, cheers. Also, TubeDinoz, cheers, brah. Can't do a 24-ounce Tuesday and give everybody cheers without saying cheers to Grant Baker. Cheers, sir. Oh, baby. Getting towards the bottom. Getting there. What else are you supposed to talk about on 24-ounce Tuesday? There's just work, working out, family life, no trips planned in the future, in the immediate future, just a summer vacation. It'd be nice to get down to the Netherlands, try and hook up and do a meetup. Ooh. Yeah, it would be really cool to get down to the Netherlands and do a meetup. Shout out to HomeBeerBrewery. Cheers, bro. Been doing some emails and collaborations, or working out some problems with water and the pump thing that we got with a guy called, I'm gonna butcher your name, but Douwe? D-O-U-W-E, Dutch name. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but shout out to you, sir. Alright, getting towards the end here. I got nothing else to talk about. That's about it. My last shout out tonight is going to be to Tastin' Nitch. Tastin' Nitch, you guys got to go watch Tastin' Nitch. She's the best beer news geek girl out there. Best news geek, period. You guys need to go check out Tastin' Nitch. Cheers, Tastin' Nitch. Wish you all the best there in Paris and through all your beer adventures in France. And wish you all the best. To everybody else, cheers. Take care.